What's up, guys? Cajun here, and today I will be reviewing Critical Ops Reloaded. So, as you've probably seen recently, the Asian scene has become very, very angry at Critical Force for the release of Critical Ops Reloaded, something that Critical Force doesn't even have info on or control over. Critical Ops Reloaded is run only by NHN Entertainment, or Han Game as they used to be called, and a little bit of backstory on the company. They started out as a Korean gaming company that specialized in mobile games, and in 2000 they merged with Naver Company, known for the line messaging service. With the merger, their name was changed to NHN, or Next Human Network. Their games include Fish Island, a 2012 sports game; Fish Friends, a 2012 sports game; Wuparu Mountain, a 2012 social game; Line Pop, a 2012 puzzle game; Line Dozer, 2013 coin pusher game; Crusader's Quest, a 2014 MMORPG; Ruby Amity Arena, 2018 tower defense game; Dr. Mario World, a 2019 puzzle game; and of course, Critical Ops Reloaded, their first and only FPS game released this year in 2020. Now, how did we get to this point in Critical Ops where NHN is basically just yoinking the Asian scene from Critical Force? Well, we have to go back to 2016, where NHN made an investment into Critical Force for $4.5 million as part of a deal to expand into Asia with Critical Ops. This deal included the strategic acquisition of the 12 Asian countries' publishing rights for Critical Ops, which Wadi, I had thought that was probably what had happened, and Wadi confirmed it in the community live stream this past week. And basically what that means is NHN bought those 12 countries from Critical Force, and I believe the countries are China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Japan, Macau, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam. A quote from Veli Pakapiranen, founder of Critical Force, in the PocketGamer.biz article that announced the investment, quote, "The funding gives us extra firepower to extend our talented team of 18 people and take our strategy as leading mobile esports company to a new level. Unfortunately, the esports strategy didn't work out as they hoped, but they did expand the team from 18 to what I've seen from online, 50 to 200 employees. And that probably doesn't only count their Finnish location, but also an office that opened in Korea shortly after the NHN investment. I mean, think about it. With this investment, we probably don't have devs like Wadi, Nigel, Sky, and Mako that came after the investment. This isn't the devs' fault. This was completely out of their hands. This was big business, and they don't have any say in this. Now that you have the backstory of how all this happened, Critical Force, again, really has no choice in this matter. In 2016, they either take the $4.5 million, which they would be stupid not to, and wait to see if anyone else wants to invest, or they take the money, give some Asian countries that are hard to get into. China, for example, could have a huge player base that's been untouched because of restrictions that the Chinese government puts on games. For example, CSGO released Perfect World, their Chinese version of the game, a couple years ago. And then, Critical Force could focus on global while NHN focuses on Reloaded. But why are Asian players mad at this? Well, there are some points that I agree with. So, let's get into gameplay. No. Skins first. But gameplay is the most important part of the game. It matters more than skins. I mean, especially with defuse being different, casual defuse being different, ranked being different, and yeah, you're right. So down below, to make my job kind of easier, I've linked a Google spreadsheet going over the skins in both the global version and the reloaded version. The skins are green are in both versions, while the ones in red are not in both versions. Now, I'll try and finish this by the time this video goes out, but I don't think I'll be able to, because it is very difficult to do. I have all the skins listed, so you'll still be able to see which ones are in and which ones aren't, and you'll be able to tell. But I haven't color coded them all the way yet. If I do have it done by the time this comes out, great. Don't worry about it. Also, there may be a couple skins missing from the global version because I used my what's it called? My skin list, the skins that I have in the game. So there may be a couple discrepancies there. But anyway, a lot of what the Asian players are upset and angry about is that a bunch of Critical Pass skins aren't in the game, as well as any Deagle, SVD, MPX, and Balisong skins, because, well, none of those weapons are even in the game. But what I'm kind of pissed off about, and something that I find kind of shitty, is that some of these skins are not the same tier in Reloaded. For example, the Nightmare M4, tier 5 in Critical Ops Global, but in Critical Ops Reloaded, it's a tier 1. Now, there are some pros and cons to this way of tier placement. Pro being that players can get quote-unquote better-looking skins easier because they have a high chance of being opened in cases. A con, however, is that NHN apparently doesn't see these skins as worth the same as they are in Reloaded, which, while we're on that subject, let's talk about the Veterans Rewards. So this is a screenshot of the Veterans Rewards, and basically how to claim Veterans Rewards. You do the migrate option, but Veterans Rewards rules. Let's take a look at that. Any weapon skins which are available on both Critical Ops and Critical Ops Reloaded will be transferred. Players who have weapon skins which are not available, not released on Critical Ops Reloaded, will be rewarded with an in-game currency called coin. So think of like blue credits for us, basically a duplicate coin. The rewards will be given by following rules. So skin grade, tier 1, coin reward 5. Tier 2, you get 7 coins. Tier 3, 12 coins. Tier 4, 30 coins. Tier 5, 90 coins. Tier 6, 300 coins. And Tier 7, 1,000 coins. And then Critical Ops credits will be rewarded with critical cash. Reward ratio will be 1 to 1.145, so decimals will be rounded up. So 1 credit equals 2 critical cash. Why they don't just say that doesn't make sense. But whatever. Critical Ops blue tokens will be rewarded with premium cases. Reward ratio will be 116 to 1. Decimals will be rounded up. So basically 116 blue tokens is a premium case, which I'll get into how much I'll get later, or I would get if I were migrating my account. And then notice, only the account owner can use the link key generated by the account. The link key cannot be shared with others. Unopened cases and event tokens will not be transferred nor rewarded in Critical Ops Reloaded. A premium case will be rewarded when a player's blue token balance is less than 116. After receiving Veterans Reward in Critical Ops Reloaded, your Critical Ops account will no longer be available. So coins are used in COps Reloaded in kind of the same way that Call of Duty uses them. However, they aren't earned the same way. Credits are earned in the same way that coins in Call of Duty are earned per match and stuff like that. They're the equivalent of duplicate blue credits, as I said, in Critical Ops Global, even though, as you'll see later, blue credits get converted into cases, so I don't know why they didn't convert blue credits into coin, but whatever. After you get enough coins, you could eventually buy exclusive skins from the exchange shop. Looking at the shop right now, we have the construction series for the AUG, the FP6, the MP7, the Vector, the M14, and the Dual MTX for 150 coins each. And it's kind of similar to the Construct skin, I can't remember if it's Construct or Crusher, but it's on the MR96, it's on the Vector, and stuff like that. So, not too bad for a tier 4 skin. This is a tier 4 skin for 150 coins. Really not that bad, especially, well, I'll get into that later. White calligraphy and black calligraphy for both the M14 and the Dual MTX. This is a tier 7 skin and costs 5,000 coins. Then finally, 2 different skins called Pinup Girl for the P90 and the AUG. Also tier 7s and also 5,000 coins. Since most of the skins are in the game and I can't be asked to see what I would get if I migrated, I saw what I would get if I migrated with my P250 skins and my GSR skins, and it averaged around 190. So let's say I get 190 coins per gun that is in Reloaded. That's 3,800 coins. Now, adding the skins for the guns that aren't in the game, Balisong Deagle and M1887 and MPX, and SVD. I didn't even think about that one. RIP. But those four come out to 4,432. With the knives I have that aren't in the game, that adds another 2,000 to the total. So I'd have somewhere around 10,000 plus coins because I forgot about the SVD. And I think I forgot to mention the M1887 earlier. So yeah, that's cool, but I don't feel that's really equal, especially if I'm only getting 1,000 coins for a tier 7, but I have to pay 5,000 coins for NHN's tier 7 gun skins. Doesn't seem very fair, NHN. Also, with the Veterans Rewards, blue credits will be converted into cases, like I went over earlier. For every 116, you get a premium case. This is actually not a bad deal on the surface. Since they don't have the odds of the cases, we have to assume that the odds are the same in Reloaded as they are in Global. They actually don't have any info for the cases, which is kind of, I don't know about that one. So if the odds are the same, you have a 50% drop chance for tier 3, 30% for tier 4, 15% for tier 5, 3.75% for tier 6, and 1.25% for tier 7. For me, if I were to migrate my account, I'd receive 510 premium cases. That's actually a pretty worthwhile return, especially for, those Asian pro players who've stacked up the blue credits, after opening so many cases from winning tournaments and stuff, waiting for a new knife or something that they were going to buy in Global. Now they get a bunch of cases on their migration. I don't really have a problem with that aspect of the Veterans Rewards. Overall, I think the rewards are all right. The lost skin compensation could be kind of better, but I think the blue credit compensation kind of makes up for that since you get skins from the cases that you open. But at the same time, it only kind of makes up for it if you have a lot of blue credits. So, I don't know. Now, as talked about a bit before, COPS Reloaded has a bit of a different monetization structure that appeals more to the Asian market, which was the whole point of the game. You can see it straight away after opening the game. It looks Tencent as hell. Pop-ups offering you level up offers, notifications on the critical pass, which we'll definitely get to later, and a host of other things. However, I really do like the rewards for missions and such. Reloaded has a very different achievement system where they offer you critical cash, equivalent of credits in Global. For completing them, it starts off great to where you're making good bit of critical cash and eventually gets you to where you start spending just a little bit of money to, in my example, buy the level up or launch rewards. These level up and launch rewards act similarly to the winner's deal. The launch reward gave the AWP Unicorn skin 1,500 critical cash and I believe 3 premium cases for $6.99 USD. That's a pretty damn good deal. The level up package, however, is not in USD. It's bought with critical cash. Since I had critical cash from missions in the past, I only had to buy the 99-cent package to get it. It offers you the deal every other level or so. Right now, the level 7 deal offers 500 critical cash back, 6 premium, and 3 quote-unquote special cases. And like I said before, there's no info on what exactly it is, though. Although the skin looks like a tier 5 case, and yeah, so no odds, no tiers, no knowing what tiers you're going to get from the cases, nothing. All of this for 1,200 critical cash. Again, pretty good deal. Not only that, but you get credits, think coins in COD Mobile, BP, and PUBG, to buy standard cases with. It's pretty decent. I have 17,900 credits, I think. As of writing the script, I had 17,900. I'm at like 23,000 now, which could buy me about 7 cases at 2,500 credits. I believe Critical Ops Reloaded has their monetization pretty on lock, and I think they'll be getting pretty good money if people decide to stick with the game, give it a shot just like they did with Critical Ops Global. So So first, I wanted to go over a couple other UI aspects, because I've touched on a bit of the UI, but not everything. Basically, everything is simple to get to. A various amount of pages on the left side of the screen: profile, party invite, missions, clans, events, notice, and watch tabs. Settings, mail, and profile in the upper right-hand corner. Shop, inventory, and the ranked season menu right below that. And in the bottom right corner, the mode selection menu and the critical pass menu. It's very simple to get everywhere, and it doesn't feel cluttered at the same time. Critical Ops Global does well with this too, although a couple things are harder to get to than they are in Reloaded. For example, the news tab in the social, the featured videos and stuff like that. I think there could be easier ways to get to that sort of stuff in the global version. The profile screen gives a lot more stats than global does. It gives stats of each game mode, your win-loss ratio for each game mode, as well as overall stats. I'd like to see this implemented in the global because I'd love to see my win-loss ratio for ranked. No, I would not. I want to die. The buy menu has been redesigned to show what you currently have bought. It shows what guns, nades, and even if you have armor off to the right. It also has a rebuy functionality to make buying easier. I'd love to see that because I believe that's something that's also in CS. I don't think it's in Standoff 2. I hadn't even thought of a rebuy function, especially if you died and your team wins the round. It's easier to just rebuy than to click. I mean, yeah, I'm sure all of us are a lot faster at buying after winning rounds and stuff like that, especially me because I die every round, lol. But for new players that maybe aren't as fast, especially with the buy timer the way it is now, even though that's getting changed soon, I think that would be a good idea to have in the global version. Speaking of in-game stuff, the spectate teammate screen has also seen a change. It's much easier to see what your teammate has and what their HP and ammo is. Something like this is similar to what I would like to see in COPS Global at some point in the future. And I haven't tried the actual spectator screen. I'd assume it's similar to what it is in the spectate teammate thing. But like this layout is pretty good for competitive stuff, I feel, and something like this would be pretty good in global as well. So now on to clans. In Reloaded, clans will not migrate with your account. Clans cost 30,000 credits to create. It's similar to PUBG's clan system. You pick a name, level requirement, request setting, and description. Along with these, Reloaded has a clan emblem. You can pick from an eagle, a parachute, a snake intertwined with a sword type thing, a bow, an XD45 with arrows behind it, a plane, a star, a sword, an M4, a skull, a bird, a unicorn, what looks like a deer, kind of looks like the Milwaukee Bucks gaming logo, kind of. Then a spider and a flame. The main clan page shows the daily, weekly, and monthly points that the clan has gained. There's also a leveling system which unlocks more slots for more players in the clan. The member slots increase by 5 per level. You earn 5 points through playing matches in one of the 5 game modes. 1 point by spending 20 critical cash. Points max out at 1,000 per day. And I don't know if that includes mission points or not. You also have your members page, missions page, which gives 1 mission a day. And I think it may add more as the clan levels up. I'm not 100% sure. And a rankings page that shows your clan's ranking against the other clans. I think having the global version clan rankings in the game rather than on the website and ranking them by points earned rather than KD or ranked ELO rating like they have it ranked now would definitely be good and welcome update to a feature we haven't really seen changed much or at all since it was implemented into the game. However, the global devs have said they want to work on the clan feature soon, TM. On to maps. Most of the maps in Reloaded are the same as the Critical Ops maps. Plaza and Legacy are both the non-reworked versions of the maps that Nigel released last year. They're also missing Gallery from the TDM map pool. However, they've added a couple new maps into their game to intrigue players wanting to get a look at the game. The first is Prison, a small map made for the TDM game mode. It takes place inside, well, a prison, and has 2 medium-sized spawns, a big mid area with some cars and a kind of booth in the middle, a side passage, and 2 kind of upper overlooks of the mid area. The second map is for the new game mode Dominion, otherwise known as Domination, which we'll get into that game mode a bit later. The map is called Broken, and it's separated into 3 areas for the 3 sites that you have to take. One is near the T-spawn, one near the CT spawn, and the last is in the upper middle part of the map. I think Broken makes sense in the Critical Ops universe. It kind of fits. Prison doesn't quite fit the same with me, but who knows, maybe the Breach, or PMC as they're called in Reloaded, are breaking some of their members out of the prison, so I guess it could fit. Don't expect these maps to make it to global. These maps are specific, hello, stutter, to Reloaded and to Reloaded only. Now it's time to talk about game modes, which most of the modes in Reloaded are the same as the global version. You have TDM, defuse, and gun game. However, there are subtle differences between each one, and some not so subtle. Also, Dominion has been added to the game mode pool. So TDM in Reloaded lasts for 5 minutes as opposed to the 8 minutes it lasts in the global version. Other than that, the game mode's pretty much the same. Most kills wins, you spawn with Kevlar and helmet. Oh, and you have a frag grenade you can use too. A team with the most kills wins. Gun game. Mostly the same. Kill enemies and advance through the different weapons to win the game. I believe they're the same as it is in Global, MP5, MP7, P90, Super 90, M4, AUG, HK, ratio, M14, MR96, Dual MTX, GSR, XD45, and lastly, a knife kill. The Dominion game mode is your classic domination game mode that you know and love from Call of Duty. Capture a site to start gaining points. The more sites you have, the more points you earn each second. First team to 200 points wins the game. There's no time limit, so technically, if no one captures a site, the game could go on forever. You spawn with Kevlar, helmet, and a nade, just like in TDM, and you could choose whatever weapon you want. Now, here is the main issue that I have with Reloaded, and it's a big issue. Defuse and ranked. I have been trying to fight and to get trying to get opinions on ranked being longer in Critical Ops Global, and fortunately Wadi tried to make that, or well, is currently making that happen by suggesting a sort of standard between the game and the competitive scene, rather than catering to casual players and pro players. Why not just have one game that anyone can enjoy? So seeing this in Reloaded kind of sucked, and I can see why. I can see why, and feel very hard for the Asian players, especially after that announcement of Season 3 being 13 rounds instead of 9, because NHN said screw that and decided to make defuse 4 rounds to win and ranked 6 rounds to win. Their ranked is our quick defuse. It's absurd, and this should never happen. The economy isn't built for games nearly that small. Granted, you start out with a little bit more money on the casual defuse, but still, especially with the pistol round leading to a 3-0 scoreline about 80% of the time, the economy is not built for games this small. Also, for ranked, instead of a hidden elo system, they're using a sort of trophy road system, like you know from Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, and other games. Battle Prime, which I've not uploaded to the channel yet. I want to. I plan on it after I finish this video. And you don't have to play placements, so you're automatically put at bronze and you work your way up. Another addition to the rank system is seasonal rewards. At bronze, you earn the classic green op skin that we all know and love from CSGO. and 200 credits. At 351 trophies, you get to silver and you earn 400 credits. At 1251 trophies, you earn gold and get a standard case and 600 credits. At 2651 trophies, you earn platinum and get the Navy AWP skin and 800 credits. At 4001 trophies, you earn diamond and get the Season 1 emblem and 1000 credits. At 5051 trophies, you earn master and 1 premium case and 1200 credits. At 5,951 trophies, you get to Spec Ops and earn the 2 premium cases and 1,400 credits. And lastly, at 6,151 trophies, you earn Elite Ops and get the First Red Ops skin, the Elite Ops Season 1 emblem, and 1,600 credits. Pretty good rewards and a decent trophy road type system. I'm interested to see how this works. If only I could test it out myself, because my ping is not great on Reloaded. So something everyone should probably be talking about is the Reloaded Critical Pass. It's a mixture of something I would like to see in the global version and something I wouldn't like to see in the global version. The Reloaded Pass is very, very similar to Intensive Battle Pass. It even looks so similar, it's funny. You have 100 tiers in the Elite Pass and 60 in the Free Pass. No knife. They must be money hungry. And to be honest, it's very worth it. You get 13,000 credits, 4 free cases, 15 standard cases, 8 premium cases, and 3 special cases. Again, we don't know how good this is technically because, well, we don't have free cases in global, and I don't know if standard and premium have the same odds, and I don't know what special is. So yeah, you get your 1,500 critical cash back, 16 unique skins, and 8 emblems. So a ton of rewards, and you get all your 1,500 critical pass required for the pass back if you complete it. You also have daily and weekly missions, some similar to the ones that COPS Global implements. Get so many kills with this certain weapon. Get so many kills with this weapon. Defuse the bomb. Plant the bomb. But there are a few others. Win this many TDM games, play this many games, get this many kills with assault rifles, etc., etc. I'd like to see more rewards in the Global Critical Pass. Not to where it's like a Tencent, or now I guess a Reloaded Critical Pass, but just something a bit more than the passes we can easily complete in a week for those that grind it. Especially seeing that Season 15 is going to be Season 16 is coming in August and Season 15 is starting soon, so maybe a longer Critical Pass coming for Season 16 or 15. I really do hope so. So with all that info, what do I think of Reloaded? I think it's an alright game. If I were a part of the Asian community, I'd definitely give it a shot. Heck, I'm probably going to be trying to give it somewhat of a shot as an NA player because I like the Dominion idea and the Critical Pass. I also like playing with the AWP for whatever reason. I think Asian players should give the game a shot too. I know ranked will suck and it won't feel like the same game, especially catering to casual players more than Global did the past year and a half. But give it a shot. Let NHN make the game better. Don't shoot them down before they've gotten started. Let the game run its course, just like we've let COPS Global and Critical Force run its course for the better. I believe after a while, COPS Reloaded will become a better game. We just have to give it time. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts on Reloaded are if you've tried it. If you're an Asian player, let me know how you feel. A lot of you have let me know how you felt in my first video, kind of explaining Critical Ops Reloaded and what it's meant to be. So feel free to tell me how you feel again. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.